Hello fellow riders, Trace here with MountainBike Action Magazine. It's been just over a decade since we've seen the redesign of the WFO from Niner, and now it's a reality. It's got some modern takes with internal cable routing, an adjustable geometry with a flip chip, and also making things stiffer, they've got this rib cage in the main triangle. Now there's a lot more tech to cover, so before we talk about the bike, let's go ahead and cover that. The new rib cage matched with the large pivot bearings and aggressive geo means this bike is ready to handle anything. The frame also features RDO, otherwise known as race day optimized carbon. Integrated frame protection, Niner's CVA or constant varying arc suspension, boost spacing with 12mm rear through axle, the ability to carry a water bottle inside the frame, integrated cable cage above the bottom bracket, and clearance for meaty 2.6-inch tires. Niner's refinements to the kinematics are intended to give this bike superior pedal characteristics despite having 170mm of frame travel. Helping refine how a particular rider wants the bike to respond, they can utilize the flip chip changes. Niner sends out the WFO in the low setting. This gives riders a 64-degree head tube angle and a 77-degree seat angle. Reach is relatively normal on the large test bike at 480mm in the low. Putting the bike in the high position steepens a headset tube angle, extends reach by 7mm, raises the bottom bracket drop by 9mm, and shortens the wheelbase by 2mm. This also bumps up the standover by 7mm. More on this performance coming up. Niner offers a wide range of component specs to suit a variety of riders' needs and budgets. The entry-level 2-star model starts at $4,500, and the top shelf 5-star build sells for $8 to $10 grand. We tested what would be considered a 4- and 5-star blend of a build. The difference? Our test bike has a few components that are not offered directly from builds on Niner's site. The large size WFO we're testing here is included a Shimano XT drivetrain with race face carbon cranks, 180mm of Fox factory level fork, and the unforgettable sound of the Industry 9 wheel set. It's worth noting that this bike only comes in small, medium, and large. Sorry to the riders that fit in extra large category and are above the height recommendation, but you're out of luck on this one. Now that we've covered some of the tech talk, let's hit the trails and go over our thoughts. They don't call it wide full open for nothing. With the type of riding characteristics literally in the name, this machine is truly at home at being pushed at full open speeds. We feel the WFO is adequate in a variety of settings, but is best for heavy terrain and flat out speed. We were very impressed with how the WFO managed on our steep Southern California fire road climbs, despite it being used for rugged DH terrain. Not only that, but for being such a big bike, it is also quite lively and more playful than expected. This bike is ideal for the rider that has some serious local terrain and loves visits to bike parks. Don't be surprised if you see riders looking to decimate a gnarly trail or take on an Enduro World Series course aboard the WFO. Be that as it may, even if you're an everyday rider that has a pretty mellow flow trail, you will not be bummed to throw a leg over this machine each day. Niner has really done a good job of creating a bike that blends performance, efficiency, and downhill fun. aggressively. Woo. All right. Having a lot of fun out there today aboard the Niner WFO. We've been riding this bike for about a little over a month. Took it for a week in Tahoe, spent some time at TDS Enduro, previewed some stages, and of course we've been enjoying Snow Summit on this bike. It is an awesome enduro bike. I really like how stiff it is. All the over-engineering with this rib cage, this strut in the back makes the bike really strong, really predictable, also quite lively through the corners, not what you would expect for such a big and long travel bike. With that being said too, you wouldn't think it would climb as well, but it does awesome in the climbs. Not a cross-country marathon bike, but something you can sit and pedal with no problem for the fun going downhill. I also really like that they have some protection throughout the frame. We would add a little bit of protection right here, where we've got some marks on it from before. And for the high and low setting on the flip chip, we mostly just ran it in the low setting. The bike just felt comfortable overall there for us. We've got more on this bike in our September issue, so make sure to go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and pick up a magazine, as well as like our videos that we have coming out. Thank you so much, and we'll see you soon.